Hello again, I'm back with more business news. A review of the performance of 40 state-owned enterprises has revealed some disturbing details about specific entities under the State Interest and Governance Authority, that is SIGA. The review indicates that some state-owned enterprises are riddled with huge legacy debt, while others are not honoring their core line of operation. These emerged at the signing of this year's performance contract and specified entities. There's more in the following report.
Management of State Interest and Governance Authority (SIGA) are taking some drastic steps, including possible jail terms for heads of government state enterprises who breached some laws and agreements this year. Director General for SIGA, Stephen Asamoah-Boateng, noted that most SOEs have lost focus, hence the need to ensure productivity. He's been speaking at the performance contract signing ceremony for specific SOEs.
We have departed from the SEC era where non-compliance did not mean anything. This time, there are heavy penalties ranging from refusal to grant bonuses to your staff, your financial charges on penalties if you fail to adhere to certain guidelines, through to recommendation to the appointing authority to remove management and board of directors. And of course, there is the other side, which I don't want to mention, but it's there, it's in the law, which is prosecution and leading to jail and fines. But we hope we don't get there.
Meanwhile, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, in an address, charged heads of SOEs to embrace digitization as a means of dealing with the scourge of corruption. Taking his turn at the signing ceremony, Dr. Bawumia explained that government's digitization agenda will go a long way to improve productivity of state-owned enterprises.
You need to apply the current trends in ICT resources and deploy them to inject efficiency in your operations. It is, of course, common knowledge that government has embarked on a major digitization agenda in our country. Inefficient operation of these state enterprises can drag down the economy and lead to losses in jobs and high cost of living and so on. Government recognizes some of the challenges of your sector. You are dealing with legacy debts, low working capital, and weak corporate governance structures, to mention some of them. We are very mindful of this.
So far, over 40 state-owned enterprises have signed the performance and are expected to rake in close to 2 billion cedis by the end of the second quarter of 2020.
In other news tonight, although Ghana is yet to record any disruptions to flights during the Harmattan season, 2 British Airways flights bound for Lagos have had to divert to the Kotoka International Airport for safe landing. According to regulators at the airport, the diversion was caused by poor visibility at the Lagos airport, making it difficult for landing. Sheila Tamaklo has more in the following report.
Visibility during this Harmattan period, due to the dusty and foggy winds, it is anticipated that we could have some disruptions to smooth flight operations, resulting in some delays, diversions, or possible cancellations until the weather clears out. Well, luckily here at the Kotoka International Airport, we are yet to experience any of these, but our neighbors in Nigeria have not been so lucky. In the past 2 days, British Airways flights bound to Lagos had to divert to land here at Kotoka International Airport safely due to visibility challenges in Lagos. The Director for Air Traffic, Edward Barr, sheds more light on the diversions.
So far, we had 3 diversions, Cape Verde Airlines and 2 British Airways aircraft so far. And they are all diverted from Lagos to Accra. The reason, fortunately, the visibility in Accra is slightly better than that of Lagos. So that's the reason why they diverted to Accra.
Meanwhile, Director General for the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority explained Ghana is open to receive diversions in order to support air safety on the continent.
We welcome diversions in the interest of safety, and there could be some revenue for us as well, because as the aircraft overflies airspace, as they land, they pay for overflight and landing charges. Okay, the aircraft may also decide to refuel when it's on the ground. So there are benefits. But for me, the primary issue is one of safety. You know, you don't want an aircraft to take the risk when in the view of the pilot or in line with the operational specifications of the airline, the visibility is so low that it should not take the risk to land.
So what may appear as a challenge to our neighbors in Nigeria may probably be nearing to our benefit as we still stand to gain some revenues from the services provided to these aircrafts as they land here at Kotoka International Airport. However, for passengers going from Kotoka, well, we are still not out of the woods yet, as weather patterns could still change and affect flights. Reporting for Joy Business from the Kotoka International Airport, my name is Shileta Maklo.
General Secretary of the Ghana Railway Workers Union, Godwill Ntama, says the Ghana Railway Company Limited is likely to collapse in the next month if government does not ensure that the Ghana Manganese Company is made to function effectively and as soon as possible. Godwill Ntama told Joy Business the main revenue resource that the company is their main source of revenue to the Ghana Railways Company Limited, and it is carrying haulage from the Manganese side to the Takoradi port. He's been speaking to Inatalia Kwansa.
We want to make a passionate appeal to His Excellency the President of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, basically on the Ghana Manganese Company and Ghana government discussions going on so far on the export of manganese from Ghana. What is happening now is that this is affecting Ghana Railway Company Limited, because since December 2019, Manganese wrote to Ghana Railway Company Limited telling them that they cannot work in December. And so from December up to now, there has not been any haulage of manganese by Ghana Railway Company Limited, which has seriously affected to the extent that even December salaries for railway workers have not been paid. Now, going forward, if this thing continues for some time, then it means GRCL will not be in business. And it's very pathetic for the over 1,700 workers of Ghana Railway to go and stay home because of manganese not operating.
Okay. But apart from this, don't you have any other source or means to boost your operations?
The unfortunate thing is that beyond Takwa, the railway lines are deteriorated to the extent that nothing can be done there. That is why we are calling for the revamping of the railway lines up to Awaso, so that we can haul bauxite, can take cocoa and those kind of stuff. You know, under normal circumstances, we wouldn't have bothered when Manganese said they were not going to work. But this is the only thing we are doing now. If we want to pay salaries, if we want to do anything, it's through this haulage of manganese. And so since manganese is not working, it's seriously going to affect GRCL.
How much debt are we talking about here in terms of the company owing workers?
Currently, it's only December salary that has not been paid. Yeah, it's only December salary that has not been paid. And even that one, GRCL is looking for an overdraft to pay, which cannot be sustainable.
So what has been the state of work after GMC started slow production? What has been the state?
Yeah, currently we are only running this passenger train from Kojokrom to Takoradi and Accra to Tema. That is the only thing seriously GRCL is doing now.
Time now to check how crude oil is faring following the tension in the Middle East and the U.S. The commodity news is up next. Business News tonight with me, Sandra Esinam Appen. You can get more news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. The news.